is getting a little tighter, but James Harden has led the Rockets to the top spot in the Western Conference. Can anybody at this point cause enough separation from James to beat him in this MVP race?
I've narrowed my list down to 6 names.
Okay.
And 2 of them that are not on there, you're going to laugh at me, but one was, no, both of them were from Golden State.
Right.
I did not put Curry in there as a candidate because they're always there in consideration with the number of wins that team gets, and whether you like Clay with him, alongside of him, or whether you want Green or whether you want Durant, they're there all the time. But I had some different names in there along with Harden and LeBron. I had DeRozan for consideration, Lillard for consideration, Embiid for consideration,
wow,
and then Anthony Davis, definitely consideration.
None of those names can catch James Harden in the MVP race.
So to go back to the original question, yeah.
Oh, was that the
short
question?
answer, no.
I like the names just because, I really like great players. But this season, nobody's going to catch James Harden. I mean, you heard Sekou say it himself. There's only 2 players that are actually in the top 5 of, the scoring and assist category, he and LeBron James. But this season, James Harden, I mean, when you add up the 9 assists per game, he's got 219 threes that he's made, which ranks first in the league. He has the highest scoring game of any player in the league at 60 points per game. And by the way, Coach, I never thought I'd say this. The guy is 8th in the league in steals. The only other MVP candidate even in the top 10 in steals is Russell Westbrook. This year, James Harden is analogous to a team that has gone to the finals for 2 straight years and lost. The 3rd year is the charm. This is James Harden's year.
How about Anthony Davis? Because he's led the Pelicans now to 7 straight wins. You mentioned he's on your short list of 6. He averaged 35 and 13 in February alone. He's keeping them inside the playoff race without Boogie. Do you think he's got a shot here to make a real case for the MVP?
Something would have to happen to Harden where suddenly the team goes downhill, doesn't maintain the level that they've been playing back, and New Orleans would have to, come up a couple more spots right now. But what he has done, Sekou is exactly right. When Boogie went down, I think everybody felt New Orleans was done, that this team would pack it in. Anthony Davis was not going to do that. His statement was, I'm going to take on the James Harden mentality, that if I have to take 40, 45 shots to get it done, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to... No, it was Russell Westbrook.
Right, yeah.
The Russell Westbrook mentality. If I have to take 40 shots to get it done, I'm going to do it.
How about LeBron James? Because you said maybe the knock against those Warriors is that they're always in the MVP race, in the title chase. It's the same thing for LeBron. It seems that we take him for granted. He averaged now in his 15th season a triple-double in February alone. What does he have to do to win his 5th?
It's going to be difficult, I think. I mean, I really admire what, LeBron has done, what Anthony Davis has done, what Lillard is now attempting to do in terms of just carrying their club and enforcing their will on the rest of the league. It's incredible, what he's done. But the bottom line is that this year, I think we all feel that the Cavs themselves haven't performed at the level, for whatever reason, personnel or otherwise, haven't performed at the level that we're accustomed to. And therefore, while he's carrying a heavy load, to me, he doesn't win the MVP award because of that. They just haven't performed.
So how many more years do you think that LeBron will be in this conversation?
We're talking about a 33-year-old. It's not like he's 41 years old. This guy turned 33 during the season, and he's been in incredible shape. If I'm still correct, he has not missed a game yet this season. He's played in every game this season.
You are still correct,
at 33,
right.
I mean, he last couple of years he's missed a few games here or there. Sometimes it said for rest, okay, which wasn't popular, particularly in Memphis when they sat 3 of the main guys down a year ago. But I think he's out to prove that at 33, I can still play every game, still average 37, 38 minutes a game. His minutes have come down just a little bit this year, not a lot. But night in and night out, we've been used to seeing 40 minutes a game on the score for this guy. And he just keeps going. Supposedly $1 million a year invested in his off-season workout program to keep his body in the kind of shape that it's in. That's just not lifting weights. There's a lot to it.
How important do you think that team success is to this MVP race? Because James Harden and the Rockets sit atop the Western Conference, do you think that perhaps LeBron is not seen as close to James in this race because the Cavaliers have, quote, struggled as opposed to years past?
I believe it's a factor. I mean, last season was a bit of an aberration in terms of Russell Westbrook winning the award, Coach. I mean, he had done something that no one had done in decades in terms of averaging a triple-double and had to win the MVP award in my mind. This year, I think we're back to giving that MVP award to an elite team, you know, at a high winning percentage, which Harden fits that bill. LeBron, as we mentioned before, the Cavs just have not been the Cavs of old, and I think will cost LeBron this year's MVP. Although, listen, he's still the best player in my mind in the world.